Okay, for today's 5-Minute Friday video, we're going to be taking a look at something that I got. These are some MRE provision packs. I bought 3 of them. One of them I've unloaded so you can see what all came in it. I got these from a website called, I don't know if you can read their little icon, called Major Surplus. They also operate under a couple of different company names. But one of these bags was $20. And it comes with enough MRE supplies that will feed a single person for about 3 days. So these fall in line with the standard 72-hour kit guidelines for how much food you need. It comes with several different entree meals, some side meals, and some different snacks and desserts. MRE pizza slices. I've heard about these before. I've never had a chance to try them. These are, sorry for the shadows, those are Italian breadsticks. We've got some cinnamon buns. We've got some applesauce pound cakes. We've got some cookies. They say white chocolate chips with cranberries. That sounds tasty. Up here, we got some chocolate pudding with protein. That sounds strange. This is a little mess kit that I got. I'll clean the table up and open up that mess kit to show you all the nice things that came in it. And we're going to end up choosing something to eat from this. Some of these are ones that I've had before. I've had MREs in the past. They're pretty darn tasty. I've had family that serves in the military. I never joined. So I'm kind of used to military-style things. And I used to be a long-distance courier, and there was a camping supply shop that I drove by every day. And so I'd stop off there, and they had MREs that they sold single packs for like about $7 to $9. And then sometimes they'd have whole cases of them. So I'd usually either, just get a single meal for the road, or when they had whole cases of them in stock, I'd buy several cases and then take one with me. So let's go ahead and we're going to pick something out and get it all set up and take a look at that mess kit. Okay, so we've got the mess kit opened. This right here is the lid, and it doubles as a plate or serving dish. This is a little tiny cutting board with holes in it for straining, so if you had something that you were soaking in water in the lid and then you needed to drain the water without the stuff coming out, that would come in handy. This is the main body of the mess kit, and it also is a little dish that you can eat. We could almost fit the cutting board on top. It would have been neat if they could have found a way to make it to where it would fit in and stay on top. But I can also understand why they couldn't, because all this stuff has got to fit inside. This is a little collapsible cup. You can see that it folds in on itself. Sit there and do that. Kind of hard to hold a camera one-handed and film. This is a bigger size of cup/bowl. These are the utensils that it came with. They sit there and they hold themselves together. And there they are separated. They're made of fairly good metal and everything. They're about the same thickness as your average metal silverware that you might have in your kitchen. We have a baby Shiro sighting. It's been a while since we've had any of the kitties in the Wonderlands. Last year, they used to love being in videos, and then they kind of got to the point to where, as you can see on Shiro's face, she kind of has a, I don't know what I'm doing here anymore attitude. We technically got another kitty. There's Duke, passed out on one of our supply containers. He's also sleeping on my keys. And there's Sora. Sora. Hi, Sora. Say hi to the friends. Say hello to all your fans that have been waiting for you to come back. Okay, so what we chose to snack on is we're going to go with beef strips and savory tomato sauce. That's our main entree. We've got one of the cookies. And I so want to try this. I've heard of it. I've always been curious as to how the hell they make a slice of pizza that can sit in an MRE. The average shelf life of an MRE is 5 years. So we're going to go ahead and I'll stop filming and open everything up and get everything into the mess kit, and we'll see how things look. Okay. This is our chunks of beef and a tomato sauce. They look pretty darn nice. Let's go ahead and see if we can get one on the spoon and get a close-up look. Looks pretty darn good. This would definitely go well with one of the sides, like the rice that came with the kit. But let's go ahead and try a bite of this and see how well it tastes. That actually tastes pretty darn good. The meat is super soft and tender and just kind of falls apart in your mouth. Now, unfortunately, my cookie broke as I was trying to get it out of the package it was in. Here is our pizza slice. It doesn't look very appetizing, but surprisingly, when I opened it up, it did smell like almost a fresh cheese pizza. But it looks more like a dehydrated cheese pizza. This is the kind of pizza that you would eat back in college days after a wild weekend of beer and video games, and you woke up on Sunday morning and found what was left over in the pizza box from a Saturday or even Friday night. I've got myself quite a bit of water because I get the feeling this is going to probably be a little bit dry, but it's pretty darn soft. You can see we can actually bend it fairly good. Well, let's go ahead and we're going to flip. I'm sorry for those of you that are suddenly scared by seeing what looks like a cross between a troll and Hagrid on your screen. Let's see how well this tastes. Okay. You definitely want to make sure you've got a drink to go with it. But The bread, the pizza crust itself, was nice and soft, and it was chewy, but it's not like you had to chew hard. Definitely a little dry tasting. The pizza sauce and cheese, it kind of reminded me of if you took a giant spoonful of grated Parmesan cheese and put that in your mouth. Of the pizza sauce tasted like regular basic tomato and pizza sauce. Wasn't too bad. Now, in an emergency, this wouldn't be too bad. I would not complain if this was all I had to eat. Let's go ahead and try a bite of the cookie. Let's get a good piece so you can see. We've definitely got some nice dried cranberries. I can't see any of the white chocolate chips, but this looks like it should be fairly tasty. Okay. Cookie was dry, crumbly, but had good sweet flavor. The dried cranberries were very nice. They weren't too dry that, it was like chewing leather. They had a really good sweet flavor to them, so those were definitely, those cookies might disappear fairly quickly. I may be taking those to work with me for a quick on-the-go snack. But so far, I would say for $20, that's what this cost for just one of these packs. This was a darn good deal. If you like to go camping, if you're into trying to be prepared and everything, for disasters and stuff, or even just normal day problems, I've had times where, we lost power and stuff because of storms that they didn't hit our area, but they knocked down power lines elsewhere, and so it caused the grid to go down, and we were without power. This would definitely be something I would recommend going ahead and getting at least one of, and it would definitely be something fun to try. Great for weekend camping, if you like to go for weekend hikes or something, or even if you just wanted to go for a hike for the day and you wanted to bring something with you that you could eat, didn't have to worry about cooking or anything really. Sometimes MREs will come with heaters. You can heat up the food, but really they're just designed to where you can rip open the package that they're in and eat them right out of that. This was a good deal. I may, when I get some extra money, buy a couple of more of these things because they don't take up a lot of space. I took the lid off of this Tidy Cat container. I've got plenty of them for storage, but one of these bags fit in this container, and there's still some room left if I wanted to throw in a couple of extra things. But if I can fit one of these in one Tidy Cat container, and then these Tidy Cat containers are perfect size for easy storage, you could easily fit a couple of these hidden in a corner in your closet or your pantry. So this was fun. I will definitely finish the pizza slice, the cookie, and the beef tips, but I hope you guys enjoyed this extra long 5-Minute Friday video. And Sarah, you gonna say goodbye? Say goodbye, Sarah. Duke Duke, you woke up and were causing problems. I had to move him off the table because the sound of me opening up everything got his attention. He thought I was opening food for him. Baby Cheryl, say hi. Okay, we got close-up hi from Baby Cheryl. Well, that's going to be the end of this, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time in the Digital Wonderland.